Hello YouTube, LJ Draco here. Where to even begin? Basically, this is a review about a movie that sucks dramatically in the sense of the word. That do you know when you watch a film you really enjoy it and you know your ass is killing you and you're sitting there watching it and yet you go, I don't care, I'm going to watch this movie to the end. After the first 10 minutes I was like, wow, my ass is incredibly sore. It was not worth the time of watching this shit. I mean, this film, basically it is called The Remains, which I felt like I was myself after watching this. Now, this review is going to be, I'm going to make this very, very clear. This review is not going to be as detailed as my other reviews. I'm not going to give you cast names and actors' names and all this stuff because I'm sorry, but when I really, really hate a movie, I don't care about the cast and the names. I'm just going to give you some pointers on why I hate this, and I'm going to give a very, very generous rating at the end. Just you wait. So basically, The Remains is like every other bloody horror film that already exists to date. Family move in a empty house in the middle of butt frickin' nowhere. A dad who's lost his wife with his 3 kids. Teenage girl who life is so much harder on her and doesn't care about anyone else. And his 2 youngest, he's got a daughter and a son who wind each other up and bully each other like all kids do. And you know, they meet the realtor and she gives them the story in the house, but doesn't tell them the entire story on the house. Which means they go into this house not knowing what they're gonna find. And yet, that is where I already drew the line on, oh my god, this film is shit. I kind of looked forward to it because I was like, whoa, Tim Robbins. It wasn't Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins. This guy. I thought Tim Robbins hasn't done anything for a very long time. Oh, look, it's not even him. It's this other guy that's trying to look and sound incredibly like him, but it's not him at all. No. Yeah. So to get, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna trash on this movie. If people do roasts on celebrities, I'm gonna roast this fucking movie. All right, this movie's getting toasted. Right. So, yeah, they go into the house, and they're trying to be like the happy-ish kind of family. And what do you know? Things go a bit weird because these kids go up into an attic after playing peekaboo around the damn house and find this big chest. Now, most kids, I know, speaking for myself as a youngster, I used to snoop in everyone's stuff. Not one person in this house or in any houses I was at as a child didn't get snooped in by me. I looked through everyone's stuff and I regret that now. But it's what I did as a child. These kids open this old rusty ass chest and they find these like toys, this camera, these photos. So this girl picks up the doll. And the boy goes, ooh, look, this big camera old thing that I don't know what it really is, but I'm going to hold it anyway and take it. They get possessed. Already. First 15 minutes. And I'm sorry. The people who've done this film, it's not your fault. And I understand. I mean, yeah, I didn't even get to make my job as an actor. I didn't even get as far as actually going to the drama school. But that was because I was forced not to go. These people look like they went and they didn't like acting. The main actor, the kid's possession. I mean, fair enough. Not all kid actors are brilliant. There are some great kid actors. Not all of them are bloody geniuses and incredible, but these kids look like they didn't want to do it. Their idea of possession was, can I go away from the table now? Give me back my stuff. We all did that when we used to finish school. I'm going to bed now. That's not possession. That's being a child. It's what... if that was the case, you'd have all the bloody religious freaks out there taking their kids to churches, getting them freaking exercised and shit. That doesn't happen. They were not... No. Friggin' no. Bad children. Should have done a better job. Right? And then there's the dad. Now you think that the adult actor might have had a bit more, right? No. The realtor goes, oh, there's something weird about your children. They look a bit ill. And he goes, I don't know what they're talking about. What are you doing? Who are you looking for? The woman talking to you is right in front of your face. Why are you looking on the ceiling? Who are you going to find up there? If you're clearly talking to a woman who's sitting next to you, why look up? What? You expected to find the leprechaun? Wrong horror movie. Right? Now, I'm going to give one actor credit here, and that's going to be the teenage bitch. Girl. She gets all the credit because she didn't need to act. She was just a moody bitch in the first place. I'll smoke if I want to because I lost my mom. I can do whatever I want. No! You know what? Not even going to bother. Go away. But she was good because she was just being herself. That was brilliant. I like that. Now, this is the bit that really gets me, right? Now, I know that sometimes actors find it difficult when you're trying to do a scene. Sometimes you forget to do things, like where like an actor is like using a knife to cut a piece of bread, and because there's a scene going on, they forget like to keep cutting the bread, and they'll like just stand there doing this and holding the knife. It's like you're supposed to keep cutting while talking, and you're just doing that. And I understand, safety reasons, maybe not a good idea. I'm going to reenact a tiny bit of the scene and show you what I mean. The dad's holding a box. A brown box, a moving box. This obviously has heavy stuff in because he's going like this. Walking down the hallway. Get back here, you. Right. Walking down the hallway. And this child picks up a bunch of like, I think it was like a necklace or something from the box and goes, Dad, I know it was the watch. It was a fucking pocket watch. And goes, Dad, what's this? And instantly, after doing all of this, he goes, why the fuck did he throw the box? Made no sense. Why make it look like it's so heavy and then dash it like it was nothing? And that guy, I'm sorry, but he throws everything in this. Everything that's meant to be precious, he throws. And don't even get me fucking started on the pocket watch. Right? This man is the most dumbest man I've ever met in my life. He's looking at a pocket watch sideways. Why? Why is he holding it sideways? It makes no sense. It was a pointless damn thing to do. I don't give this... No. That already... This isn't even like a major... This is only like the first half an hour to 45 minutes of the movie, right? This isn't even that long into it. This is what happens already. Now, kids are possessed. Dad's obsessed with looking at this sideways watch. Teenage bitch trying to get laid and realises she's missed her chance. All of a sudden, more stupid shit starts happening. Right? You know, the dad's upstairs in the attic and he's hearing noises. He turns around and there is a girl with her back to his face and he instantly goes, "Who are you? What are you doing up here?" I'm sorry, no offense, child or not, if I was alone in an attic and it was dark and I turned around and there was a little child facing the other way, I would not have gone, "Who are you?" My fist would have been flying. I'm sorry, even if it was my own kids pulling a prank, because you just instantly get that scared. You don't stop, widen your eyes and go, "Who are you?" You don't do that. You don't do that at all. You go, "Ah!" And you swing. You swing because you don't know if that's a child, an African animal, nothing. Whether it looks like a child, it might be a fucking beast. You don't know what it is. You attack. And he waits for it to respond. Does your mom and dad know you're here? No, because they're fucking long gone. And then he waits for the little girl to turn around. And I thought that bit was going to be scary, right? No. They didn't even do nothing to make it scary. She just goes, burn them. She's coming. Who? And then it cuts to them all eating dinner together. This film, its cutscenes are terrible. Its editing was terrible. Its acting was terrible. Now to get to the worst bit. I'm not reviewing the whole fucking movie. I'm going to cut that bit out because I fell over. I'm not gonna rant about the whole film. Okay, because the whole film was the same as the bits I'm already telling you. There was nothing else there. Now let's just get onto the ending part of this movie, which is the bit pissed me off the most, right? Their horror villain kind of person. Gonna be here. Look at this shit. This was meant to scare people. No! You can obviously tell it's just a woman in bad makeup. And what does she do? She doesn't scream. She doesn't shout. She just goes, "You're doomed!" No! No! It doesn't happen. Do you want to know why it doesn't happen? Because it's bullshit. I'm sorry. I've never got this angry at a movie in my life. I've never gotten this angry. There's two reasons I can't or don't watch horror movies anymore. One, because I've got a sight heart condition that doesn't allow me to have jumps or scares because it could go wrong. Two, because they're all the same. There is not one horror movie that I have seen in the past 3 years that has been different to any other that already exists. How am I supposed to enjoy any kind of movie that has the same current flow? Now, people always say, "Oh, but you like Star Wars." That's a set of movies. They're all going to have the same flow. That's what you kind of hope for in a saga. The Marvel films, all about a bunch of heroes fighting the villains. You kind of look forward to that, but different heroes, different villains. If a horror movie is supposed to be different from another horror movie, why make it exactly the same as anyone's? I have seen so many horror movies that are just too similar. Right? And before I make this point, because I'm kind of wrong, but you'll understand what I mean. There was a kind of horror movie that came out not too long ago called Buried. Now people go, that's not really a horror film, more like a thriller. It was classed as a horror. People said it was terrifying because of the worst fear prospect. Now, I can understand that. Being buried alive is a terrible fear. I can understand why people would be afraid of that. But the whole movie is Ryan Reynolds laying in a coffin with a mobile phone and a match or a lighter. And, that's it. It's literally an hour and a half of watching a man lay in a dark coffin. Now, Ryan Reynolds is a brilliant actor, and I've seen him in many good films, and his talent did not deserve to be wasted on such a big pile of shit. But not even that angered me as much as The Remains. Now, this is now going to be the end part of The Remains I'm going to talk about. And, I just want to clarify why I hate this movie. And that's because the kids get possessed by this bitch woman thing. And I apologise for saying that word quite a lot in this review. It's just, like I said, this one's angered me so much. Usually I try and keep my language a bit clearer. I try and be a bit more respectful towards films, even if they're bad. But I'm sorry, but I really, really, really hate this movie. So, yeah, kids are possessed by this woman. They attack the dad. Dad dies. Teenage woman comes back into and sees the dad in the attic. And he goes, "Burn the stuff. Burn the chest." So she gathers all the stuff that's magically on his bed and puts it in the chest, takes it outside, burns it. Woman disappears. They go back into the house. She tries to call the police and for an ambulance to come and get the dad. Lights go off. Phone stops working. This woman is still there. Now, the whole point of the thing was when you burn the chest and you burn all the stuff, the woman disappears. the chest was burnt. The chest was bloody burnt. Why was she still there? And everyone goes, oh, it's because the gramophone thing was still in the attic playing the music. Like, that, yeah, it might make a tiny bit of sense. That's not the point. That's still only one item. That would not have enough power for this woman to come back and take all the kids. And then it ends on a new family coming in and the same realtor going, oh, come on in. Like, we already knew that was going to happen. We already knew that. There was nothing to this film. And I said, I'm sorry about my amount of swearing and a lot of other stuff that I've done in this. It's just, I can't praise this movie in any way other than the teenage girl being a teenage girl. That is it. All I can give. I'm sorry, but that's all I can give. All I can give. And you can even... Oh. Right, sorry. Basically, I'm sorry if this video isn't like my others, and I'm sorry if this seems a bit different. It's just because I don't talk about movies I hate as much as I do about movies that I enjoy. So, it's weird for me, and I'm talking to you guys now how I've been talking to my in-laws and my fiancé. I've been talking to everyone about this film the exact same way I'm talking to you guys now because of how much I really despise this film. It is not a horror film, it is not a thriller, it's not scary, it's not entertaining, it's got nothing in it that makes a viewer want to watch it. Now, as you can tell by the title in the beginning of this video, this was obviously a spoiler review. Right, so if you haven't seen it but you think you might want to watch it, then obviously, you know, just I'm going to put in the beginning and don't watch it anyway. Spoilers just gives you a hint not to watch this review anyway. But after you've watched this review, if you decide to watch this anyway before watching the film, you're going to notice you don't want to see this. And if you do, it's purely just to see how bad it is. And do you know what? I'm going to tell you all now. Go and watch it. Go and watch it. Tell me what you all think. Because I can guarantee, if you haven't seen it or have seen it, if you've seen it, for the love of God, if you have seen it and feel the same way, please put in the comments below. Tell me whether or not you guys believe and agree that I was right in this, that this was a whole pointless film to watch. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. And, you know, if you like it, please subscribe because the support is coming in quite strong recently. I'm really grateful for that. And don't forget to strike the like for future videos. And this is me going. See you, YouTube.